Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, from Los Angeles, California. The Los Angeles Kings look to get another win at Staples Center against the Colorado Avalanche. I'm Bill Peterson with you in the broadcast booth, along with Mike Weiss.
The Kings are no longer a team that visiting teams take lightly. This is especially true tonight as the Kings offense needs to get going early against the Avalanche.
This Colorado team is as deep as ever and are poised to take the title of Stanley Cup champions.
With the number of future Hall of Famers on this Avalanche team, why doesn't the NHL just hand the Avs the Stanley Cup at the beginning of the season? The Avalanche are having a pretty good season. In the last 10 games, they're above 500.
And now, your Los Angeles Kings! At center, number 41, Jason Allison. At left wing, number 28, Adam Denmark. At right wing, number 33, Ziggy Palpe. On defense, number 14, Matthias Nordstrom. And number 3, Aaron Miller. And in goal, number 39, Felix Putman.
The Kings have been doing well over the last 10 games. They've got a winning record.
Injuries hurt the Kings down the stretch. Yet, still they made the playoffs, and they still played well with key players out. If they stay healthy, the rest of the league will have to keep an eye on them.
The Kings have ousted Detroit and taken Colorado to the brink of defeat. They've never gone all the way, but the past few champions have had to make it past LA to get to Lord Stanley's Cup. Joe Sakic is an incredible talent. When the cards are stacked against him, he always seems to find a way to win the game. His work ethic leads his team, and they're often inspired by this crafty center. Allison is a superstar waiting to happen, but the team has already received something they weren't expecting when they traded for Allison: leadership.
Nordstrom takes it past the red line. Tange brings it past the blue line. Nice! Putman just got his glove on the puck. Punishing hit. He passes it to Deadmarsh. Brings it over the blue line. He lets the slap shot go. Allison sends it back to Nordstrom. Palpe sends it up to the center. There's one reason Blake went straight from college to the NHL playoffs. Sakic brings it past the red line. Haydu moves it back over to Foot. Miller sends it over to the right wing. Palpe sends it over to Allison. Heino carries it over the blue line. Passed back to McCammon. Passes it to the right wing. Forsberg passes it over to the left wing. He passes it to the left wing. McCammon makes a centering pass to Heino. That was a great stop by Putman. And he takes a wrist shot.
Putman doesn't always come out to meet the shooter. Sometimes he hangs back and makes the save with his quick reflexes.
Let's see that again from a different angle.
Putman has a low goals against average. His teammates must love him.
This faceoff is left of the goalie. Morris sends it back to the defenseman. Save by Putman. Belanger passes over to Smolinski. He centers it over to Hines. Tonight there's been some good, solid defense by DeVries.
DeVries is a strong checker. When the opposition see him coming, they know to get out of the way.
We're going to have a face-off to the right of Wah. Blake sends it over to Sakic. Tange carries it past the blue line. Passes it to Foot. Smolinski takes the puck up through the zone. Sent back to Belanger. Hines passes it to the right wing. Centers it to Smolinski. Save! Great check behind the net by Blake. Hines plays it up to the center. Wah sends it to his defenseman. Haydu takes the puck up. Sakic brings it past the blue line. Belanger brings the puck up through the zone. And he takes a wrist shot. Wah sends it up to the center. Sakic brings it over the red line. He sends it over to Tanguay. He sends it up the middle to Haydu. LaPerriere brings the puck up, brings it over the blue line. He takes a snapshot. What a save! Brings the puck through the zone. And he takes a wrist shot. Deflected out front by Wah. Blake sends it up over to High Note. Allison sends it back to Miller. Forsberg sends it over to the right wing. And he takes a wrist shot. Nordstrom sends it to the left wing. Deadmarsh takes it past the blue line. The whistle blows for offside. Impressive goaltending is nothing new for this guy. Wah leads all goalies in lowest goals against average with 2.213. Hey, Mike, take us through the replay.
Wah makes a pad save.
Whether it's in the offensive or defensive zone, winning important faceoffs is a specialty for the Avalanche. Sends it over to Palffy. Allison passes it to the right wing. Heino takes the puck up through the zone. Plays it up to the center. Forsberg carries it over the blue line. Passes over to McCammon. Schneider moves it over to Deadmarsh. Wisnowski passes to Palffy. Carries it past the blue line. Centering pass to Deadmarsh. Heino passes it over to Forsberg. And he takes the snapshot. He makes the save. Palffy carries it past the red line. And he takes a wrist shot. He's got no problem making the save. Heino sends it over to the right wing. Forsberg brings it past the blue line. Boy, he makes the hard saves look easy. He slides it to McCammon. Schneider passes it off over to Belanger. Brings it over the blue line. He passes it back to Hines. He centers the pass. With saves like that, it could be a long night for them. Blake passes it to High Note.
1 minute.
Nordstrom passes it over to Hines. Sends it back to the defenseman. And he gets called for offside. Nordstrom sends it off to Belanger. He takes the backhand shot. That's an easy save for him. Sakic passes it to the right wing. It's all locked up at intermission at 0. Mike, break down the first period for us.
The Avalanche have more shots, but the game is still tied, and that's got to be frustrating.
It's showtime, folks. Tange takes it past the blue line. Moves it back over to Foot. He passes back to the defenseman. Deadmarsh moves it back over to Miller. Sack kick sends it back to Foot. He lets the backhand shot go. Allison takes the puck up. Carries it past the blue line. He takes the backhand shot. That was a terrific save by Juan. Face-off to the right of Juan. Foot sends it over to the right wing. McCammon carries it over the red line, and he takes a wrist shot. Deadmarsh brings the puck up through the zone. Forsberg brings it past the red line. Heino slides it over to Blake. Wisnowski moves it back over to Schneider. McCammon sends it back over to Heinote. Save! Putvin sends it in front to Wisnowski. Schneider brings the puck to the zone. Carries it over the blue line. Halfie moves it back over to Deadmarsh. Tange sends it over to Hayduk. Brings it over the blue line. And he takes a wrist shot. Sack kick sends it back to Tange. He sends it off to Hayduk. He moves it to DeVries. We're going to have a face-off to the right of Putvin. Mike, I'm impressed by the defensive single-mindedness shown by Nordstrom.
Nordstrom loves to play aggressive. His teammates love having someone around to take the body.
This faceoff is left of the goalie. Hines makes a long pass over to Smolinski. He passes it off to Miller. And he's checked by Heinote. Blake brings the puck up. He passes it to the right wing. Forsberg centers it over to McCammon. Save! Putvin makes the block. Smolinski brings it over the red line. Brings it past the blue line. Heino sends it to Forsberg. He passes it up the center. Putvin looked good on that last save, Mike.
You'll often see players take shots at Potvin from long range and score. Felix likes to play so deep in his net, you can't react to the long shot sometimes. A little more challenging from his crease will help, but it's unlikely he'll change.
DeVries takes it past the red line. Chartrand takes it past the blue line. Hayduk takes the puck up through the zone. And he takes a wrist shot. DeVries passes it to the right wing. Sack kick makes a centering pass over to Tange. Save by Putvin. Wisnowski passes over to LaPerriere. DeVries sends it over to the right wing. Hayduk carries it past the red line. Tange passes it to the right wing. He centers the puck. Schneider sends it over to the right wing. Palffy brings it past the red line. He relays it to Deadmarsh. DeVries plays it up to the center. Haydu passes to the defenseman. Tange carries it over the red line. And he takes a wrist shot. He sprawls out and catches a piece of the puck with his skate. He sends it up the middle. Save made by Puckfin. Nordstrom sends it up over to Palffy. He makes the save. He gets the goal on the wraparound.
You know, it's not very often this goalie lets one in like that.
Forsberg hits a season milestone in goals with 40.
You know, Bill, it's about time they found the net.
Mike, even a stop clock is right at least twice a day.
It's one of the prettiest plays in hockey, the wraparound goal.
Hines takes the puck up. He sends it to Smolinski. Blake moves it over to Forsberg. Back to Heino. Takes it past the red line.
Minutes, 19 seconds.
He passes it to McCammon. Puckfin sends it to his defenseman. Nordstrom passes it to the right wing. Hines carries it past the red line. He slides it over to Smolinski. There's a blocker save! Waugh passes to Blake. Forsberg brings it over the red line. He passes it over to Heinote. Nordstrom carries it over the red line. He lets the backhand shot go. Stopped by Waugh. Foot passes it to Forsberg. Takes it past the red line. He takes a snapshot. Saves like that are what's keeping them in this game still.
1 minute.
Puckfin passes it off over to Nordstrom. Hines brings it past the red line. He passes it off to Smolinski.
The Avalanche are so quick. You got to be fast to keep up with their game.
Morris brings the puck to the zone. As we end two, it's a lead for the Colorado Avalanche, 1-0. Mike, give us some things to look for as we enter the last period.
The Kings have been protecting their goal too much. They need to focus on their offense now.
Blake sends it back to the defenseman. Palffy carries it past the blue line. And he takes a wrist shot. Haydu brings the puck up through the zone. Sack kick brings it over the blue line.
Is your seat horrible? Well, if you are in
The
section
Colorado
201,
Avalanche have the
okay.
advantage right now in this
Seat
game.
2 and 3.
Are there any
You
other
have
things
just
our
won
viewers
an
should know about
upgrade
this
to the
team?
ice level.
With all stars at every
Congratulations.
position, it's really difficult for opponents to find a weakness in the Avalanche.
Miller passes it to Palffy. Carries it over the blue line. Deadmarsh sends it over to the right wing. He's continued to make saves like that throughout this game. Sack kick carries it past the red line. He plays it up to the center. He's got to continue to make saves like that to keep them in this contest. Nordstrom passes it over to the left wing. Palffy can't believe he didn't score there. What a great save. We've got a face-off to the left of Puckfin. Belanger brings the puck up. Forsberg sends it up to the center. McCammon passes it to Morris. Hines brings it past the blue line. Passes it over to Smolinski. DeVries sends it off over to Forsberg. Takes it past the blue line. He sends it back to Heinold. That was a great stop by Puckman. Belanger slides it to Hines. Carries it past the blue line. And he takes a wrist shot. Morris passes it to the right wing. And he takes a wrist shot. Nordstrom sends it over to Belanger. Miller sends it to Smolinski. Morris takes the puck up through the zone. And he takes a wrist shot. Grabbed out of the air. Allison takes the puck up. Halfie brings it over the blue line. Denied. Wah! Makes the save. Nordstrom passes over to Miller. Brings the puck through the zone. Halfie sends it up to Allison. Deadmarsh plays it up to the center. He takes the backhand shot. He is looking for the win with goaltending like that. Tange moves it to Sakic. He blocks the shot. Hayduk brings the puck up through the zone. He passes it to Tange. And he takes a wrist shot. That save keeps them down only 1 goal. That score will keep momentum going until the end of the season.
Hey, you know, even some of the best goalies have had a bad streak now and then.
Now that was a critical goal away from home. A cross-ice pass and one-timer by Hayduk.
Colorado goal scored
brings it over the red line.
Number 23, Milan Hayduk.
Hayduk sends it to his defenseman. Save by Puckman. Smolinski brings the puck up. Carries it over the blue line. Stop.
Minutes, 57
has
seconds.
shut down their offense all night long. Sakic brings it past the blue line. And he takes a wrist shot. Schneider sends it over to the right wing. Smolinski takes it past the blue line. He plays it back to Miller. Tange takes the puck up through the zone. Brings it over the blue line. He centers it over to Hayduk. He's trying to keep his team in the game. Miller takes the puck up. Hines carries it past the blue line. And he takes a wrist shot. He's continued to make saves like that throughout this game. DeVries passes to Forsberg. The Colorado Avalanche like to slow down the game and prevent the kind of shootout that some teams like.
The Avalanche love to frustrate their opponents. They are so good defensively, they don't give up many goals.
Face-off to the right of Puckman. McCammon passes to the defenseman. Morris sends it to his defenseman. He lets the backhand shot go. He was wrong. Puckman loves that shot out of the air. Miller passes it over to Palffy. Passes over to the left wing. Forsberg carries it over the red line. He takes the backhand shot. Save by Puckman. Takes it past the red line. Brings it past the blue line. He gave up his body to make that save. Deadmarsh passes it to the right wing. He sends the puck back over to Wisnowski. Allison sends it over to the right wing. Forsberg passes it off over to McCammon. Carries it over the blue line. Sent back over to Heinold. Halfie passes it over to Allison. Takes it past the blue line. He passes it to the left wing. He takes the slap shot. Halfie sends it up to the center. Tange passes it to Haydu. Sakic brings it past the red line. Over to the right wing. Passes it over to Tange. That save kept his team in the game. The Colorado Avalanche score enough for the win at 2-0.
The Kings remained in fourth in the Western Conference playoff race.
For Mike Weeks, I'm Bill Peterson. Good night from Staples Center.
And now, for the 3 stars of the game, the number 3 star, Milan Haydu. The number 2 star, Peter Forsberg. The number 1 star, Patrick Waugh.